You know that guy you filled out the survey for? His score is B. He's a guy with promising potential, but he has work to do. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He will actually go far in his career, not just talk about it. He's the kind of man who lets his hard work do the talking instead of making big promises he can't keep. If he says he's working on something, trust that he means it and will follow through.
Can he bounce back from failure?
He is the type who won't let setbacks break him down easily. Even if things go wrong at work, he stays calm and rarely loses his temper or gets overly emotional. His steady nature helps him handle tough times with quiet strength.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work will respect him for being serious, reliable, and hardworking, but he may not be very popular or friendly. He can come across as distant, blunt, or hard to approach, and he isn't one to make small talk or show extra kindness. While he rarely gets into loud arguments, his lack of warmth and politeness might make some colleagues think he's cold or difficult.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your own career, he'll mostly keep his feelings to himself but won't feel threatened or insecure. He isn't the jealous or competitive type, so your success won't bruise his ego. He might not openly celebrate or shower you with praise, but deep down, he will respect your hard work.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he is unlikely to secretly resent you or feel insecure. He doesn't tie his self worth to being the highest earner, and your success won't make him feel small. While he may not celebrate loudly or gush about it, he'll accept the situation with a calm attitude.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money carefully and is unlikely to spend without thinking. He prefers to plan and stay organized with his finances, making sure that bills are paid on time and savings are growing. He's not the type to buy things on impulse or chase after flashy trends.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives a life he can afford and doesn't try to pretend he's richer than he is. He is practical and prefers to stay within his means, even if it means saying no to things that are flashy or unnecessary. He takes pride in being sensible and honest about his situation.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is more tight with money and not very open handed. He believes in saving and being careful rather than spending freely or giving gifts often. If you enjoy thoughtful gestures or open kindness, you might feel he's a bit distant.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be open and straightforward about money, not secretive or controlling. He prefers everything to be clear and organized by day, so you won't find him hiding financial matters or making you feel out of the loop. With him, you can trust that there won't be any hidden surprises with money.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to think housework should be shared fairly and will have a clear sense of responsibility about it. He believes in keeping things organized and running smoothly at home, so he won't expect you to do everything by yourself. However, don't expect him to be enthusiastic or joyful about housework. He just sees it as another duty that has to be managed well by both partners.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the type who will actually help with chores and even with things like diapers, not just stand by and tell you what to do. He believes in getting things done properly and doesn't shy away from work, even if it's dull or messy. He may not joke around or make chores lighthearted, yet you can count on him to take his share of the responsibility at home.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually won't get into arguments just to prove he's right, but he also might not deeply try to understand your side. He listens quietly and doesn't like wasting time on fights or loud debates. He values solving problems and keeping things organized more than discussing feelings.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he tends to stay calm and doesn't say hurtful things or act aggressive. He usually keeps his feelings inside and tries to handle problems quietly without yelling or harsh words. Even if he's upset, he controls himself and doesn't lash out or become rude.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, this is not the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. He's steady and rarely loses his temper or reacts on impulse. Even when things go wrong, he doesn't explode or pick fights out of nowhere.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He is able to take responsibility for his actions, but don't expect big apologies or emotional talks. If he's at fault, he won't usually blame you or shift the guilt your way. You may wish for more warmth or open discussion, but you can trust he won't make you feel guilty for something he did wrong.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. He is not pushy or forceful, and he believes in following rules and doing what is right, even if he doesn't talk about it much. You won't have to worry about him testing your limits or ignoring your words.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he is not the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He doesn't let his feelings get easily hurt or turn cold if you say no. Instead, he quietly accepts it and doesn't make a fuss or try to guilt you.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He's not the type to use your personal or intimate experiences against you or to embarrass you later. He values privacy and respects boundaries, even if he's not outwardly affectionate or expressive.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is the kind of man who is likely to be faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He focuses on his responsibilities and routines and doesn't go looking for excitement or flirt with others for attention. You probably won't need to worry about him chasing after someone new or comparing you to others.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he's not over possessive or the type to act jealous, controlling, or always suspicious. He trusts his partner and doesn't feel the need to watch over your every move or question your friendships. He doesn't go looking for drama or try to control what you do and who you meet.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature doesn't come from a need to control you. He likes things to be safe and well organized, but he isn't someone who will use care as an excuse to boss you around or limit your choices. If he ever offers advice or help, it's out of genuine concern, not a hidden wish to run your life.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort and will take his share of the work seriously. He believes in sharing duties and sticking to routines, so you won't be left to handle everything on your own. You can rely on him to show up and be responsible, not just leave things to you.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't shout, scold harshly, or make a big scene. Instead, he handles problems quietly and addresses mistakes with a steady, practical approach.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He respects hard work and responsibility, so he understands if you want to balance family with your own career or interests, you can count on him to do his part at home so you have space for your goals.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he is not the type who will suddenly change his mind and ask you to quit your career after you have a child. He believes in fairness and shared responsibility. So if he supports your career now, it's genuine and steady. He respects your choices and won't use the excuse of having a child to take away your independence or shift all the responsibilities to you.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to be polite to your parents but may not show real warmth or deep affection. He will treat them with respect, follow the right manners, and make sure he does what's expected, but his interactions might feel formal or reserved. His caring shows up in actions, not in big displays of friendliness. He will try to adjust to your family, especially when it comes to following routines or shared responsibilities.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and not make things worse. He doesn't get easily rattled or react with anger, and he tries to keep situations under control without drama. His way is steady and collected, helping keep peace even in tricky times.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, there is a good chance that he may expect you to act like a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives, even if he is more modern with you in private. He believes in keeping order and following the expected standards, especially when others are watching. This isn't about trying to control you, but about fitting in with what's seen as proper and respectful in his family environment.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is likely to quietly support you rather than openly take sides or leave you to handle things alone. He won't be loud or dramatic about it, but in private, you can count on him to listen and stand by your choices. You won't feel abandoned, but don't expect big confrontations on your behalf.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is not a typical mummy's boy, but he does value order and keeping everyone happy, especially in the family. While he won't blindly follow his mother or put her above you, he also won't jump into conflicts against her openly. In private, he is more likely to understand your side and will support you quietly by helping make things smoother at home.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
No, he is not the type to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and prefers to keep personal matters within the relationship. This approach means you can trust him to protect your dignity and trust, not create outside drama or gossip.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, this guy gets a B. He's a guy with potential, but he has work to do to live up to it. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out feels steady, organized, and safe, but sometimes a little quiet or serious. He works hard, keeps his promises, and makes sure household duties are shared, so you rarely feel alone with responsibilities.